It's no secret that INFJs tend to be perfectionists. They take the utmost care and put their all into everything they do. They go above and beyond to achieve their goals. And while this is a good thing, perfectionism can lead to negative traits like impatience. Stay tuned until the end to see the surprising things that happen when INFJs become impatient. Number 11. They set unrealistic expectations. Impatient INFJs tend to set unrealistically high expectations for themselves as well as for others. More often than not, these high expectations are never fulfilled, which only leads to disappointment because they feel that nothing they or others do is satisfying enough. They set these high standards and give themselves and others very little time to achieve them in the hopes of achieving excellence. They feel the pressure to be perfect in everything they do, which can be really challenging. Impatience and setting unrealistic expectations make INFJs overly critical. When they fail to achieve a goal, they take it personally and begin to believe that their own skills and abilities are lacking and are at the root of the issues. They start overanalyzing what went wrong and become upset that they are not perfect enough. They then get stuck in this endless loop of criticism and unrealistic expectations, which affects their productivity. Number 10. They only think about the future. When INFJs get impatient, they can't wait to leave the present and go into the future. Because they're thinking of the next big step, they find it difficult to enjoy the present moments. Impatient INFJs are often deeply focused on the future and what can be improved. Like all INFJs, they still have a great sense of responsibility and often put their own feelings aside in order to do what is best for others or the collective good of society. However, this noble notion, when paired with impatience, can make an INFJ almost impossible to live with. They become obsessed and still want to achieve perfection. They take shorter breaks to recharge and overburden themselves with work just so that they can get to the future quickly. This only stresses them out because work done in a hurry is rarely perfect, and the INFJ craves perfection in everything they do. Number 9. They become more competitive. INFJs are usually quite competitive because they strive to do their best at everything they set out to do. While this makes them overthink things, which can lead to anxiety, it's also what makes them great leaders and problem solvers. However, impatient INFJs want to be the best at everything, and they don't want to put in the effort to win at everything. This makes them highly competitive in that they want to win through hook or through crook. They will not put in the accuracy, precision, and completeness in everything, as INFJs normally would because they're impatient. Number 8. They don't accept success. Impatient INFJs may feel moments of gratitude for their accomplishments, but they still find a way to beat themselves up about something or the other, even if it's trivial. INFJs always strive for excellence in everything they do, but when they get impatient, they feel as if they haven't put their best in it, which is often true. As a result, they find it hard to accept successful outcomes, even in situations when they do work hard in relentless pursuit of their high standards. This can be quite challenging for INFJs as they constantly feel like they're not good enough, but are still impatient to see results. Number 7. Others' opinions subdue them. Impatient INFJs always have an ear out for easy ways to do things. This is why other people's opinions influence them, when usually INFJs turn the other way. They're so critical of their own work to begin with that when other people begin to criticize them, they take it to heart. Impatient INFJs will let other people's opinion of them affect their decisions and ability to act. Since they let others' opinion and influences sway their decisions, it often leads to negative outcomes. INFJs have a lot of unique ideas, and their unique way of thinking and connecting patterns is what helps them stand out. But when they receive too many conflicting opinions from people, along with ideas of their own, they begin to overthink and take the easiest route possible as they begin to get impatient. This can either lead to a negative outcome, or the multiple avenues of thought will paralyze an INFJ to the point that they fail to take action at all. Number 6. They struggle to get started. The biggest challenge impatient INFJs face is the struggle to get started because they're always in a dilemma to get things done perfectly, but in as little time as possible. By their very nature, INFJs are goal-oriented and want to achieve the best possible results, which in general makes it difficult for them to start something new, whether it's a new job or a new school project. When this is paired with impatience, things get frustrating for an INFJ as they slowly lose the motivation to start. Even if it's something they're passionate about, they're so busy thinking about how to achieve their goal in the easiest way possible that they forget to use their passion to drive their work. Number 5. They get physically and mentally drained. INFJs who have no patience often find themselves drained because their time, energy, and attention are divided across multiple things. They find themselves needing more rest but are so anxious and impatient to get things done that they don't take the time out to recharge. For them, it's so important to feel like they're making a difference in the world that they're unable to let go of things even if they're not perfect. This is a dangerous situation for an INFJ since not getting enough rest and time to recharge can put them under grip stress and the risk of burnout. Disregarding this, INFJs continue to push themselves to the limits because they're incredibly driven by their work and the desire to succeed. But whenever they hit a wall in their path, they experience so much exhaustion from pushing themselves. For them, the work is a reflection of their identity, and they want to feel proud of it, even if they have no patience to let things gradually unfold. Number 4, they begin comparing successes. We generally support people who are successful and are happy for them, but you sometimes feel a bit of relief when someone else fails. It is a natural reaction to feel satisfied that someone else has not succeeded where you have not. This is because it confirms your belief that they aren't better than you are. It also allows you to focus on your own strengths and weaknesses without feeling judged or embarrassed. However, an impatient INFJ takes this to the extreme, where they begin comparing even the most trivial successes. This sets the base for unhealthy competition, which can only add to an INFJ's stress and frustration. Number 3, they start feeling guilty. In general, INFJs feel like they do not deserve good things, especially if they feel they only put a little bit of effort into achieving these things. This can be a difficult feeling to shake off, as INFJs feel that they're not putting in the work required to get what they want. This can make it hard for impatient INFJs to cherish and enjoy their few accomplishments. As a result, they begin feeling guilty about not putting their all into achieving something. Morals and values mean everything to INFJs, and when they feel that they haven't followed them through and through, guilt begins to consume them. Number 2, they accidentally ruin good things. It's pretty tough to sit on a great idea or way to do something fun. INFJs have a great imagination, and they often come up with inspired plans in all aspects of their lives. When their mental energy is at its peak, INFJs are pretty susceptible to impatience. They express their impatience in various ways, and in this case, it doesn't necessarily have to have a negative outcome. In fact, in some scenarios, INFJs can benefit from embracing their impulses. INFJs have overthinking tendencies and often get stuck in their heads, so anything that helps them shift from thought to action is helpful for their personal growth. Losing patience can kickstart them to take action. While impatience is often seen as immature, in the case of INFJs, there's some virtue in expressing this restrained creative energy in positive ways. Number 1, they try to maintain structure. INFJs have well-defined expectations and prefer organized methods to achieve their goals. When things get too chaotic, they try to exert control to get things back on track, which makes them impatient. Their focused urgency may in fact be positive if it's used right. INFJs hate feeling pedantic, so their approach to creating structure is paired with compassion and a strong desire for peace and harmony. When they're impatient in the scenario, it's only because they have everyone's best interests at heart. If their impatience is expressed cooperatively and considerably, it can be an energy source that can make everything better and wholesome. Have you ever met an INFJ who was impatient? Have you experienced impatience as an INFJ? Comment below. As always, like and share this video and subscribe to our channel for more updates on psychology.